Welcome everybody to Sim Football Broadcast Network SFB, and I am your host, Mad Dad. We're here with another video, College Football 26. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already and you're a returning viewer or first-time viewer, please hit that subscribe button and help the channel get to our goal of 500 subscribers. We're well on our way there and want to thank everybody for the support. So far, it has been a great week and a half as far as the subscriptions have gone. It's free for you and means a ton to the channel. Also, hit the like button as it helps get the video out there to as many people as possible via the YouTube algorithm. Let's get to the video. Manual player progression. First of all, you want to turn it down, the penalty down to 0. Whatever you're using. Also remember, your coaching matters here, your abilities when you're doing it. A little thing here, I'm going to talk about coaching just as far as player progression. I think we're doing it wrong here. So when we go in here, we're choosing to be the motivator right away, right? And when you go in there, the motivator, and you got motivator, right? Boom, get in here. And everybody goes in here. What does motivator do for you during your first season? You're not in the off season. You have no points to progress. So your interest boost to hit a cap. You're not going to get a skill cap for interest. So you get to stay through hot times. And if you get to tier 3 right there, and tier 4, worthless. Waste your points. Most of us suggest you don't even get to tier 4 tier ever, right? It's a waste because you're going to be recruiting. So we're doing this backwards. So in this one, I hit the recruiter because right away, I'm recruiting when I come in and start the season right away, right? So I want fully scouted. I want higher interest to start off. And then even when I'm getting towards the end of the off season, I can just get tier 1 and 2 for the all across for my offense and defense, and then wait until towards the end of the off season or the end of the season, and then right before I get my transfer portal, I'll get in and get through and get all of my tier 3s where I get my transfer interests, okay, because that's what I'm going to be doing. But during the season, it starts, get your recruiter, then go in after you're past level 10, you get your next set of points, and you're all done. It's going to take you a minute. And then that'll be towards the offseason. Then go ahead and buy your motivator package and go ahead and start your motivator, okay, in your off season. Now you might say, well, you're not going to, okay, you're in the off season, you're not going to get all the boosts. Well, your coaches a lot of times have motivator, okay, and they have these boosts already for you. So you're just doubling up or tripling up on some of these off-season training boosts. So it makes more sense. And same thing with the recruiter, but it is a lot harder in college football 26 to recruit than it was in 25, right? They've made it harder. So we've kind of, I feel like we've been doing this backwards as far as that goes. Okay. Done with my rant as far as that. Sorry about that. So let's get it back into manual player progression. Okay. Have a plan. And I know guys will come in here and they'll go, oh yeah, and they go, I like to go position group by position group so I can see what I have. I have this freshman guy right here, right? Is he going to play this year? No. And he's normal. There's no point in me doing anything with him and his points this year so that he wants to transfer. He's just going to get better. Okay, right now he's got C-. He's not going to play this year. He's just a freshman redshirt. So I'm just going to leave him alone. These guys here, he's a sophomore redshirt. I already have a freshman redshirt here, right? He's going to be starting. But this guy here, because he's a pure runner, he might be able to develop into something really cool when I get a ton of points with him in a year or two, right? After next year. Maybe he turns into something. Or I can do the position finesse with him. So my plan, I'm not saying do this with everybody and do this, but, pick a player or two. This guy's low. Even if I progress him with this 35 points, he is not going to get close enough to even push the starters, and he's only in normal development. Okay, so I'm just not going to mess with him. I'm going to do the rest of these guys. But we're not going to monkey with everything. So here, let's go in just our starters, all right? Here, so he's my freshman. Okay, so we got him coming in here. His awareness. He's going to be starter. He's elite. Let's see what he qualifies. Does he qualify for anything? No. So let's go in here. I want him to be accurate, right? And I want him to be smart. So let's get his IQ. I'm going to start with his IQ because IQ will affect his accuracy at the end of the day. And I want my quarterback to be very intelligent. I'm going to get him up to 85. Let's get his throw power up there a little more elite. Okay? Because we got a lot of points. Let's get it up there in the very elite. And then let's see where we can get him here on his accuracies. Alright, he's already an 89. Now let's see what we can get him for physicals. He's got mobile resistance. That's a good one. We got gold, mobile resistance. That's a good one. Good one. Improved pressure resistance on the run. Break tackle. Deep accuracy is going to take a minute to develop. We're probably going to end up with dot and mobile resistance with him. Okay? He's got headstrong. He's got clear-headed. And he's got roller coasters. So he's an 89. Gold mobile resistance. Now we want a good backup. He's normal. He's got 20, 21, 28, dual threat, backfield creator, dual threat. I guess let's just get these guys. They're juniors. We'll do them all. I don't want to make this video too long, I guess, so I'll try to kind of get through it. So let's go to halfbacks here. We got Joe Jackson, and we got Ace Jackson, the Jackson brothers. 27 and 30, both impact. He's East-West, and we got Contact Seeker. Let's go to Contact Seeker. These are one of my favorite backs. Contact Seekers, and the Elusive Route Runners, or Elusive Bruisers. My favorite two backs. Here's why. We're going to make this guy faster. He needs to be faster. He needs that 90 speed. We need that elusiveness. Alright, let's see if we qualify. We got downhill. Even more. Alright, so we got 3 points. Get him in the route running area. So here's why. Battering ram, right? I don't know if you're paying attention. Increased wear and tear damage to defenders when being tackled. That battering ram, when you get that with the downhill and then you have workhorse, and then even if you can get the balanced battering ram, workhorse, and downhill on these guys, and then you also have an elusive bruiser who is like, can be, dude, in the fourth and like in games where you want to power it out, these guys as your starting running back or as a guy that's getting a 50-50 carry share with your elusive bruiser, it will make your elusive bruiser so much more effective at the end of games even if he's your back, especially if he's your starter and he's getting the majority of your carries. If you get this guy in and have a bunch of packages where you know he's going to get used and he can beat up on the defense between 10 to 12 carries a game, you will notice the difference with your starting running back. And if he is your starter and you develop him and he's like a 90 or like in the high 80s or 90s and he has this and you get this, especially on Hall of Fame tier, the fourth quarter, he'll be a Heisman. it's epic, in my opinion. Just epic. Epic, epic, epic. And you still got Workhorse, so he's not going to get the wear and tear from all the carries. And you get downhill. The only thing you don't get, the balanced is awesome because he doesn't get knocked back so much from the big hit sticks. I do like the arm bar. And I do like the shifty and the downhill with the elusive bruisers. Don't get me wrong. But that is epic. That one is epic. These East-West playmakers, I think, are great third down backs. Really, really, really great third down backs. All right, we don't have anything here, so this guy is pretty much maxed out. So we can see what his physicals are now. See, now he's got sidestep. Nice. And we got 360. So we got shifty, sidestep, and 360 on this guy. I like that. I like that. And he's our third down back. So we do have this guy started. He could be our third down back. We're going to try Page. Let's see if we want to make him faster. We like his hands. So he's going to be able to get safety valve in silver. Maybe even gold at some point in the season. Which, this is his senior year. He'll get some playing time. We got some playing time. Here's a contact seeker again. Is this a normal guy? He's a sophomore normal. So he's really not going to get to play this year. So we're just going to leave him alone. So he can come in maybe next year and use his points, and maybe he'll play next year because we got 3 seniors and a junior ahead of him. So he's not really going to have to play this year, and we're just going to let him stack up his points so that he doesn't try to transfer on us next year. Even though we just need the 3 backs. We got 3 good backs, and he's not bad right now as it is. We can always go back and do him, upgrade him. So here we go. Your fullback, we're just gonna give him his IQ boost because they do a better job blocking when they have good IQ. Everything works better when they have good IQ. We've talked about this in the first video. 80 is the threshold. You want to get as many things to 80 as possible. That is the threshold for being consistent. So now we have a sophomore here. Let's look at Tyndale. Let's look at this guy here because he's a senior. This is the guy I was talking about. Freaking nature. I was talking about this in a different video. He's maxed out on his quickness. So we're going to make his IQ. We want to max out his IQ. His elusiveness. His route running. And his hands. Let's see if we can get any. He's got balanced. Let's go 2 here. Oh, let's do balanced. So we got balanced and downhill. We got workhorse and 50-50. That's nice. That's nice for him. See, so as a receiver here, he's our slot guy. Okay. He's got balanced hit sticks. He's got downhill, so when he's going full force at 6'5", 242, okay, he's going to break tackles, and he's going to be hard to tackle even for big guys. He's got that best friend times 3 at gold. So 50-50. This dude is a beast in the slot. So we've developed him. We had a plan from his sophomore season to his senior season where he's at. We developed him from tight end, who is very, very weak. He's only, I think, a 59 strength as a tight end. And we converted him over and made him into a beast wide receiver who is a slot monster also. Let's go a little bit of lineman here. We got our star. Let's try to find a freshman. I like to find freshmen, sophomores. Gives you a better idea where we start and where we go. So we got a sophomore here. He's a normal offensive lineman, sophomore, normal. We're going to max out his IQ and then his footwork. Not going to touch his run blocking. It's going to make him more agile. Give him sweet feet, best we can. And we'll spend his last couple on the run blocking, and that's it for him right now. Here we got another normal guy. No reason. 3 guys ahead of him. He's not going to get much playing time. Maybe next year because we got seniors. He might be the 3rd guy in the rotation. We're going to stack his points for next year. Same thing here. Probably not going to make it this year. Well, he's got 42. He might because he's impact. He's probably going to jump this guy at 20. So we'll develop him first because we might end up keeping him back. Well, he's a senior, so he's going to get developed. But he's probably going to jump him, so we're going to develop him. So we'll develop him here. So we know these guys are going to be our starters, right? Because they're impacts. So we'll just do this for example. We'll start with him just for his 20. So again, we're going to max out his IQ. And then we're going to max out his run stopping. And let's get his power moves up there since his finesse moves are already pretty good. And since he's on the right, we'll give him a little more finesse move. So he just jumped up to a 74. Not that big of a jump. Now here we got the freshman. IQ right away. Gonna jump that up there. Probably max this IQ out, and then we're gonna we'll make sure you can run stop. We like to make sure our front 4 can run stop. Look at that. He's already a 91. His pursuit tackle's pretty good. So we can give him some pass rush up right here. And then check his physicals. Do we have anything? Inside disruptor. He needs a point. He'll get in this inside disruptor later this season. Maybe. No more points to be spent. And there you have it. He jumped up to a 79 as a freshman redshirt. Impact player. He'll definitely be playing next year. So, I mean, you get the idea, right? You want to have a plan with your guys. Check out their development trait. You probably want to go through and do your stars first and then kind of decide on your normal guys. Are they actually going to do you think they're actually going to push for a starting role or a viable rotational role? If not, if they're young enough, if if they're a sophomore or freshman and that position is stacked with guys that are upperclassmen and they're lowerclassmen, it's probably better just to leave them untouched for the time being. If you get an injury, you can always upgrade them later, right? But at that point, at least they will not change their grades, and you still have their points. If you need them to play, you can use their upgrade, make them a better player in the emergency, and then play them. Otherwise, they'll be less likely to transfer, and they will stack up points in the next offseason if they don't transfer for you, making it more of a chance for them. And then maybe you don't recruit a guy because you know you're going to have a guy that you know, or maybe you recruit, a different position, a higher level at a different position and stack more hours there. And, it just gives you more flexibility on how you're going to build and stack your roster and recruiting from year to year, having a plan always. Have a plan with your coach, have a plan with your player progression, have a plan with your player progression that goes with how you're going to recruit. Everything in college football now is about a plan. If you're doing things randomly, you will have a hard time, especially with these Heisman settings. It is not as easy. Even this team will have a hard time beating a team that says it's a 69 overall. Those ratings are because they have 85 people on their roster and they have guys that are 50s and low 60s, and it pulls their overall down. Their starters are usually in the high 70s and in the 80s and 90s for the most part. So it kind of lies to you, and then you will lose, and you will wonder why. It is difficult on Heisman, but I believe it is the better setting. I've actually seen the CPU, not my team, which is controlled by CPU, but just the CPU team. I've seen them use moves at the wrong time and then check that running back or that halfback or that receiver, and he has bad awareness, okay? So I do not really see that when I'm playing on and using the slider set for the All-American. Their timing seems to be good no matter what. That's fine. It just makes it easier to win and progress and all that and make your team better. And it's a little less likely for you to be in the longevity because it's easier. It gets a little mundane faster, I guess. I was looking for more of a challenge. I think it's more of a challenge and a little more in depth if you do the Heisman. So I just dropped that video. This is to kind of go with it. So I hope you enjoy. I hope this helps. I hope it wasn't too much of a babble for you. But if it was, you'll get used to it. It's just how I am, man. It is what it is. Appreciate all the support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, as it helps with our growth and the video being shared by the algorithm on YouTube. Appreciate it, people. Again, been a great week as far as this subscriptions for the channel gone. It is free. There is no paywall. Everything's free. Little reminder too, we do have a Discord for the channel. Link is there. Try to drop it in the comments. Otherwise, you can just go to the main page of this channel, and it is on the description. It's in there, as well as the Twitter and all that. The Discord link there. It's free too. You hit the link, brings you in there, and you can choose your forum, channel, whatever, to communicate in. Till next time, I'm Mad Dad for SFBN, Sim Football Broadcast Network. Peace out.